So with the Walter Scott trial, originally in the state case, the jury was a hung jury and Michael Slager got to walk. But Michael Slager was brought up on federal charges as well in the killing of Walter Scott. And when he was about to go to trial, Michael Slager took a plea deal. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
2 years after the dramatic cell phone video shocked the nation, today former North Charleston police officer Michael Slager pleaded guilty to a federal charge of using excessive force.
Michael Slager admitted what he did.
The family of Walter Scott cried as the plea was read in court. The defendant used deadly force, even though it was objectively unreasonable under the circumstances. Scott was shot 5 times in the back in April of 2015 as he ran from a traffic stop. In a written statement, Slager's defense team said, "We hope that Michael's acceptance of responsibility will help the Scott family as they continue to grieve their loss." Slager's federal trial had been scheduled to start in a few days. He'd face civil rights charges, lying to investigators, and using a firearm in a violent crime. Even with this plea, he still faces life in prison, but could get much less.
The victory was him admitting that he did wrong.
Last year, Slager went to trial on state murder charges. He told the court he was in total fear for his life when Scott grabbed his stun gun during a struggle.
In my mind at that time, people don't run from a broken Cadillac.
Jurors could not reach a verdict, and prosecutors vowed to retry the case. But they've agreed to drop those state charges as part of today's plea agreement.
I think that most of us believe if they tried that case again, the best they could hope for was a hung jury.
Although some activists may feel frustrated that Slager won't face a new murder trial, for the Scott family, they feel the biggest victory was the admission they had waited for.
I am happy that Michael Slager is going to go to jail. And if more and more police like Michael Slager start going to jail, it would be a ripple effect all over this country to let cops know that you can't just kill people in cold blood like that and get away with it. Because what Michael Slager did to Walter Scott, that was completely wrong. He shot that man in the back 5 times. There was no threat to him. He even planted the taser there to try to make up a story. I mean, it was all on tape. He shouldn't even got off on the state trial, but you know, it had a rigged jury. Now they said that this guy can get life in prison or less. The fact is he's going to go to prison, which I'm very happy about. I read also in an article that Walter Scott's mother forgave Michael Slager. And you know how I feel about that? Forgiving those police, forgiving the racists when they kill any one of us on a racial line or just on some messed up stuff. Because we have a habit of doing that. We will forgive them, but not forgive those within our own community. But I'm not going to beat the sister up. If that's what she needs to do to get past the situation of losing her son in such a horrendous way. Everybody in the world saw the way her son died. You know, we don't want to beat her up just in case you see this video. But that's a good thing that Michael Slager going to jail. It's a good place for him, and he needs to ride in there for the rest of his life. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Share the video, like the commentary, and subscribe for more news stories.